Hello, traders. Hello, everyone. Welcome here in the advanced room at Live Education with XM. We are going to talk about markets before U.S. session begins. Right before, but for Donald Trump, U.S. session began already. They call it Trump's morning pump. That's what it was called by commentators. We've been having Trump saying, where do I have it? 1 second. Trump, U.S. in serious discussions with new and more reasonable regime. Trump also allegedly said that Iran agreed almost to everything, right? So basically, they wake up after the weekend. I'm talking about U.S. government, and they keep saying things like all sorts of things. Okay, so markets are basically under impression, and we are seeing oil WTI above 100, although a little bit weakening. Okay, the price is dropping, so the close was pretty high, 103. Now it's dropping to 101. And indexes in general rebounding, right? So the picture is de-escalatory today, which means indexes rebounding. That's a pretty sharp rebound, almost 2% back. Right now, 1.6, but there was the spike on the news. There was news. I can't find it now. I've seen it in just a moment ago that they agreed on most of things. Where is it now? Wow. And then Iran's spokesperson, US proposals have mostly been unrealistic and excessive. That's Iranian foreign minister. Um, so basically, like Trump may also be trying to create this, paint this picture of like everything is better than it looks like because, well, oil prices are terrible for him. So imagine he cannot do anything about those oil prices, right? Cannot like reopen Strait of Hormuz with a decree, presidential order, executive order, right? They call it executive order. So he's having market in this sort of um, I don't want to say panic, but very frightened. And then you have um, oil prices, right, growing like crazy. This is definitely scary for every political leader in the United States. And so he might be saying those things to be like, okay, but it's not that bad. We are negotiating, going to be better. It's kind of like when he imposed all those tariffs in April and markets started selling dollar and stocks and treasuries. Okay. And that was also scary for the administration that was also planning new budget, new fiscal year. So yeah, in in that case, in that case, he came out and started saying that, oh, look how many deals we are making. Like he changed rhetorics from punishing other countries with tariffs to like how many countries, how much tariff we're going to tariff them, to how many deals, how great deals we are making. And of course, UK was first to make a deal, trade deal with the US. So they were like all around, yeah, we are having this deal with UK, and positive talks with so many countries, right? Actually, interestingly, after Supreme Court ruling, all those countries that made the deal with the United States were were left paying tariffs, and all those countries that didn't agree to a deal, like European Union was about to agree to it, right, in the parliament, but they held up the vote, and said, okay, so we don't vote on it because tariffs are illegal, right? Like court said tariffs are not there. So those who signed the agreement quickly and early, they actually right now are paying tariffs by international agreement, right? All right, so let's see what's going on. Indexes, like for example, like I'm looking at US 30 right now. It's easing 50% from gigantic drop, like 3%. It's not the biggest one, but 3% in one day, Friday, plus 1 hour of Monday. Pretty significant, okay, like pretty significant drop, and then recovery also relatively strong. Of course, feel free to join the chat. Welcome to all of you on YouTube who are watching us. Of course, we're gonna be here for next 7 to 10 minutes, and then you are all invited to join us at xm.com in the membership, in the members area. Okay, so yeah, if you go to xm.com, right upper corner, get started, or log in to membership area, you need only email address to join the membership area, and you can be watching us full live streams all day, every day. XM Live Education is streaming for members. So, and of course, feel free to join the chat. Let me know your comments and questions and thoughts and ideas you would like to share and discuss. And we're gonna be going, of course, through the comments as well, like comments making those sessions more interesting. Alrighty, so let's see where this is going. We should be seeing dollar easing, but so this sentiment is a little bit weird right now. Okay, so it's not typical correlation. You can see dollar continues to be strong. Like this is bullish. Bullish turnaround. We are above high of the month from the first half, new high of the month. Keep pressuring. We keep pressuring it. So it's sort of like a double bottom situation, small double bottom into V-shaped bottom. Dollar is poised to hit 100 period moving average on weekly 101.50 level. So that creates this kind of bearish possibility, bearish potential on pairs with the dollar that are against dollar, quoted in dollars. So, for example, I shorted today Kiwi dollar for the weekly open. That's weekly open candle, first 4-hour candle of the week. We had a retest and rejection, maybe slightly higher high here on the third 4-hour candle of the day, and then we got suppressed towards lows and lack of demand since then. So this is for me bearish setup, momentum setup. It's a momentum setup, important. You can see the price is heading lower, and if you think about Kiwi dollar, it's very much risk on, risk off orientated. Okay, so risk on to the upside, risk off to the downside. If we assume indexes should be positively correlated with Kiwi dollar, there is this rebound on indexes might be order flow thing. because sentimentally speaking, Kiwi would likely have reacted to positive sentiment. Now we are having also fresh news. Besant saying US will take control of Strait over time. Which means let's think about it for a second, right? Let's think about it for a second. Why would he be saying so if they are reaching agreement like Trump says? Like Trump is saying they are having very good negotiations, they are reaching agreement, right? Why would Besant be saying we will take control over almost over time? Like if you are in agreement, you're reaching agreement. I mean, this is like I think this is fake news and about negotiations. And the funny part is, Trump was bashing CNN over fake news, and CNN is like far from being saint. But that's this sort of hypocrisy. Besant says seeing more and more ships go through Hormuz. Yeah, the news was that over a weekend, like 20 ships were able to cross Hormuz. U.S. Treasury says oil market will be supplied. As countries make deals with Iran. Um, yeah, so basically the question is, isn't that too little? In a sense, like 20 ships and something like 3,200 ships were waiting. Those were also bulk cargo ships, but that was as of last week. I'm not sure how many ships are now waiting. And then Trump is saying, well, we will completely obliterate all of Iran's electric generating plants, oil wells, and Karg Island if a deal is not reached, right? So he was also saying, where is it? United States of America is in serious discussions with a new reasonable regime. Okay, so great progress has been made out. That's not what Iranian foreign ministry is saying. So yeah, he keeps threatening, meaning that he still needs leverage in the deal. But I don't think you get leverage in social media. Like trying to read between lines. Like you don't build leverage over like someone like opponents in the negotiations just by tweeting. Like it doesn't make it any more of a leverage if you write it with big letters. We will obliterate Iran. Like it sounds like he's crying in the social media, because you can tell them, and if they find it plausible, they're gonna agree to your terms. But it doesn't seem like what I'm trying to say here is that the way how Trump is writing those tweets is not like if he had progress in negotiations. It's actually the opposite. So this is like the way of justifying what we're gonna do next to justify it to general public. And so it seems like he's expecting them to do it, right? So attacking energy generation, oil wells, and Karg Island. Okay, so he's like, in my opinion, he's explaining and justifying that attack that is about to come. That's not the language of somebody who's reaching agreement in negotiations, but yeah, there is like calming down the market manipulation. And so what we are seeing, this is actually interesting. If we look at the stock market, right?